Tens of thousands of dollars were made off items that were sold from the Alec Murdaugh estate, Moselle. Many items like furniture, art, even clothing sold way above ask. Man, what a fascination, huh? The question is, who gets the money from the auction? There are a lot of victims of Alec Murdaugh, right? Remember all the financial crimes? And the Murdaugh family themselves. Let's ask the attorney representing Murdaugh's victims, Eric Bland. Thank you very much. First, I just want to play price tag with some people here. What kind of antlers go for 10 grand? Or you think that's just a novelty thing because there's something that he may have killed?
Oh, it's ridiculous, Chris. You know, Alec's trying to now grab some of these surplus proceeds and putting a motion in to say that he's entitled to more money from his IRA because it's legitimate money and he needs them for his court costs, whereas attorneys spent $20,000 a week for their lodging during the trial, where the state spent $125 a night. Remember, if his IRA money is legitimate, that means he's living on ill-gotten gains. Remember, he stole $8 million over 12 years. That he was living on. It would be like a bank robber, Chris, going and robbing a bank and then living on those proceeds and still working their normal W-2 job and then saying, well, I get to keep all the money that I saved in my IRA and my 401k because that was legitimate money. It's
right.
Not. The chutzpah of this guy, Chris, is beyond anything I've ever seen.
But Eric, I can't believe you're surprised. The guy was just convicted of killing his wife and his son. The idea that he tried to get a little bit more money out of his 401k should not be a shocker. What's a little bit of a shocker is, though, that his brother is trying to get a couple of $100,000 at least for legal expenses. Don't you think that just under the category of doing the right thing, you would not want to touch this pool of money to try to make amends with as many as the people that your brother hurt as possible?
Again, it defies credulity. Originally, he had $32,000 of costs, which were approved by the court. But now all of a sudden, Alex wants more money. You know, people paid way more than fair market value. The assets actually are owned by a receiver at this point in time. None of the things that were sold, none of these Moselle proceeds, they're owned by a receiver who was appointed by the court to marshal all of the assets for Alex's victim. His son, Buster, got $650,000 as a 26-year-old kid. That's a pretty good start. He doesn't need any more money than that. He can go get a job. He had the opportunity to be in law school, Chris, and he was expelled for alleged plagiarism. He had the opportunity to go back in, Chris, and chose not to. As my father used to say, get a job.
Well, let's give him his due. We understand that Buster waived his right to the inheritance of over $530,000. If that's true, he's pretty much the only one doing the right thing here.
Well, yeah, I mean, but he is getting $650,000 from the combined proceeds of the sale of his property, and there's a real argument that Mallory Beach
isn't that the inheritance that he's? But isn't that the inheritance that he's waiving?
Well, yes, he is waiving that, but he's also doing that because his father's got Slayer statute issues where he can't profit on it. Remember, I hold a $4.3 million judgment for my clients, the Satterfields. They are a judgment creditor. The IRS, the South Carolina Department of Revenue, are judgment creditors to get at this money. The argument is, Chris, he lived on stolen money. If Alex will come into court, Chris, here's the deal. If Alex comes into court and says, here's where the $8 million went, and he will be open and honest with the court about where that money went over the last 12 years, then maybe there could be a discussion. But you can't be totally silent about where all the stolen money went and say, well, I get to get the 401k and the IRA money because it's statutorily protected.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.